Ọ bụ na egwu asịrị.
Nọkọtabụlụ na sele ụmụaka nọkọtabụlụ na sele ụmụ ibezelu kene na sili ewo na sili erika asili ụmụ ibe na sili ewo na sili erika asili ụmụ ụwa na sili ewo na sili ajọka ụmụ nwoke nọkọtabụlụ na sele ụmụ nwanyị zụkọtabụlụ na sele ụmụaka nọkọtabụlụ na sili ewo na sili erika
enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that Chukwunweolu may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children, IPOB, to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, O mighty one, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. Ise.
onye na-aṅụrị n'ụwa ya lọta n'elu na-erugharị ọ bụrụ ka anyị si lụọ ka ibu ụwa si adị ọ bụrụ onye ọ dịlị mma tata ka ọ na-adịlị mma echi
Good evening, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom across the globe. This is Biafra Alpha Power Media. My name is Mazi Umeh. I reside here in the United Kingdom. And today is the 25th November, year of our Lord 2023. And it's 17 minutes on top of the hour here in the United Kingdom. And the same 17 minutes on top of our 9 p.m. and 8 p.m. here in London and Biafra land is 9 p.m. And we are reaching you from London. And I serve indigenous people of Biafra here as a coordinator in North London. And tonight is the continuity of the expose of the menace of the so-called dogs in Italy. The Italy EXCOs are with me here in the studio. They're going to come in and introduce themselves before we go into the course of the day, as we promised that we will come here and do the justice. Mazi Obichukwukamadu, Uguru, please can you introduce yourself to Biafrans, the Italian National Coordinator? There, Mazi.
Mazi, good evening, watching Eke.
You're welcome.
My name is Romanus Obichukwukamadu, the National Coordinator of Italy under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Thank you. Mazi Ephraim, please take the stage.
Good evening, Mazi. Good evening, for the comrades. Good evening, Biafrans. I am Ephraim Uguru, National Financial Secretary, IPOB Italy, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Supreme Leader of IPOB. Day one.
Mazi Ekezie, welcome.
Good evening, Mazi Umeh, and good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedoms. My name is Ubichukwukamadu Ekezie, by special God grace, IPOB 3 National Treasury, and also Dona Coordinator. There
you are welcome. You are all welcome this evening. Today is the continuity of the apparent expose that we have embarked upon in Italy to lay things to bear. And tonight is going to be where we stop from the episode 003. Tonight is 004. Before we go forward tonight, I just want to chip in some things. This program is specifically for this expose of cabals within DOS and Italy families. Well, there's something that caught my eyes, and I wanted to just comment on it. And I'm going to need your opinions before we go forward on this program. Now, everybody knows what is going on in the zoo. It is not that we deviated from the real thing, but the real enemy is the enemy within. Like Onyendu told us to go and watch Enemy at the Gate, without knowing that our leader understood the people that he was dealing with. And it's reverberating today that everything our leader have said. I was watching someone yesterday, commenting about our people have betrayed the zoo. He mentioned Fela. He never mentioned our internal leader, which is supposed to be the first person before he mentioned Onyendu. But the guy said that our leader knew what he was about to embark upon. That's the difference between Mazi and Nnamdi. Onyendu wasn't copying anybody. He has the agenda and the mandate. Now, the main thing I want to comment on is about when the election surged, everybody, our people was carried away. Nobody paid attention. They told them to go and get the presidency. IPOB is going to release Onyendu. We told them. I did a program and I played Ezu River. P2B is a stone cold and he's a part of establishment. He is a politician. They're playing that game because what they did was to drift attention of our people. And they threw that our people, some of our people bought it. They're still testing the ground. Everything you see them doing today, still holding Onyendu in the SS dungeon, is to make sure you people continue talking. You see them in the social media talking about Christianity and Omenana. All these things are distraction. I'm not saying that our land shall remain a freedom of worship. Our leader said it, just like the land of Israel. Anything you can worship the sun on the ground is entirely up to you. You don't dare know we are Republicans from birth. So, but what I'm saying tonight is this. When we told people that P2B was a distraction and he was part of the establishment, that he never came for any good of any people. If he could say what he said in this video, I want to play this video. We all will listen to it because after the election, I played Ezu River. I did a documentary. It's in YouTube. And I did a program on Biafra radio. Ezu River massacre was over 80 Mossobs were massacred. P2B was presiding as the chief of security of Anambra State as a governor. And Mossob brought him to where he was. They elected him because after was the party that Ojukwu formed, just like as a former Mossob. We should not forget all these things. Our internal leader was bamboozled. That our leader refused to be in this path. Now, when he said this word, and he was very angry when he was addressing the press, I want to play this audio for us to understand. And they still playing on our people's mind. And I keep on saying this. If we miss this opportunity we have, our race is going to go in the extent. Without further ado, I'm going to play this video. Let's listen.
Problem happening now. You see, this is what I'm saying. We should all come together. Even you as a journalist should look beyond the election. People are dying of hunger. And we're talking about the election. What happens?
Did you hear him? That he shouldn't talk about the election, that people are dying of hunger. This is same P2B that have made people, they have distracted all the whole, I will put it in this whole Igbo race, including, in fact, it's so sharp in all this town region, because every single person, including some few Zoo Nigerians were involved, but he confused everybody thinking that he was fighting a just cause, but he has an agenda. If he could speak like this, tells you all you need to know, that he never came for any good. He has a purpose, and that purpose was to make sure they create fraction. You see what Ekezie and his cronies are doing. This particular strategy was what Nnamdi proposed in 2017 to weaken IPOB within. And when they found that our people was going to butt into this BS about P2B, imagine as a president, he decammed from PDP and joined Labour. Well, we told you everything we have told you. One thing is, logical conclusion is that after we told you, you're going to come back and just like whatever our leader have said come to pass. He said we should stop talking about it. He wants to make Nigeria walk. Sick of Africa. But Mazi Nnamdi is languishing in the SS dungeon. That is not his primary problem. His problem is to save a country that have despised you. Very important. I'm going to need your perspective on this. Let's listen to this audio.
In the next election, I've said this publicly. P2B is not desperate to be Nigerian president and desperate to see Nigeria work. Your children are suffering. So don't ask me that type of question, please. I'm begging you. Let's talk about how to save the country. If the country is working, I mustn't be president.
Now, someone asked him a very valid question. He wouldn't answer that question. Instead, he was very, very defensive about it, saying that they shouldn't talk about it, that we should talk about your children are hungry. But you claiming that you lost the election. Why wouldn't it be a discourse if you are truthful to your own self? Why should it be a problem? You went to tribunal. One day we are going to court. We told you guys all these things was state managed. All these things was part of their plan. Everything you see them do is to weaken the force of our people, to dip the attention of our people from the real cause. Because imagine man can still remain in the SS dungeon. And all of you are jumping like antelopes without focusing on what you should do. Talking about something different other than to restore your own dignity. This is the part of the problem. Do you remember what Gowon said? Gowon said, if I knew that Igbo man in particular loved money so much that he couldn't have picked up any arm against Uguru, I should have given his cousins or brothers money to go and fight him. Exactly what is happening today before me and you. Mazi, I need your perspective, please. And to continue, this is episode 004 for your avoidance of doubt, please.
Thank you, Mazi. I think the message is very, very clear to the rest of the world and the so-called themselves obedience. Some of them, when I met them on the street, they can't even look at my face because they know what they have committed. P2B have caught deal to destroy the restoration of Biafra, but it's quite unfortunate that he's a failure on arrival. And I think what he said now is very, very obvious that P2B, after you killed our people under your watch, put in a Zoo River, today you say you are not desperate about being a president. Why did you come out in the first place? That's the question. Why? Why did you come out in the first place? In fact, this our men, I still concur with our leader, said when Biafra is restored, we must go for DNA because some of these people we are seeing today, they are not an Igbo people. The blood of Igbo people is not in their vein. That is the fact. Mazi is very, very pathetic. Very, very pathetic.
Yes, I know.
There were Mazi.
Thank you for, it's very obvious, but for those that are watching us, this is episode 003. I'm going to put it manually because I think there's some error. I didn't change this before we start this program, and that is my fault. But it's what it is. It's episode 004, which I'm going to probably put it on the screen. So much amount of work to do. That's the main thing. So it is what it is, But it's 004 to avoidance of doubt. Now, yeah, what you said, my brother, it breaks my heart. Can you say something about this? And after you, Mazi Ekezie, then can we move on in the main thing we came to do, please?
Thank you very much, Mazi.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, talking about P2B, we all know him. At the initial time when he came out, we warned them, we told them that P2B is just here for distraction. He came with an evil plan. The first person, the first politician to start killing agitators was P2B. He was the first person that started killing those agitating for freedom. He started it. P2B is somebody that you can't just... I believe our people, if at all they can learn, if this had taught them a lesson, I don't think they have learned something about this. Remember when Ojukwu died? This guy just brought out the their attire, their uniform, and burnt the attire with the picture of Ojukwu on it. He just brought it out and burnt it. That alone should be enough. That alone should be enough for our people to understand.
Yes, Mazi. Yeah, of course we know. It's fine. It's okay. But like I said, it is very important that we point out on this direction as where we are and where we are going as a race, because our people have just. You see, there is even the content creators are using our people for their content creating about our stupidity. When only look why that our people are weak and imbecilic and docile, some people don't realize what our leader was saying. Mazi, can you say something so that we can move forward? Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mazi George, for giving me opportunity to say something. You know, you have already analyzed what P2B is. You know, at the initial stage, when people are saying P2B, I ask some of them here in Italy, how can Fulani man allow an Igbo man, after they have committed all this atrocity, to take that position? How can it work out? People are just this man is just, they brought this man to just for distraction. Obasanjo is backing him up, or all the rest of backing him up. After he went to the London, they just negotiate the game there. And he came back and said he have joined the Labour Party. One thing that baffles me, did you see, after the election, P2B can be able to tell the world what happened to Ezu River after the autopsy, that the federal government did not allow them to release the autopsy of those people killed in Ezu River. After the election, why did many people are asking him this during the time of election? He didn't say a word. He didn't utter a word. But after election, I saw it in Sahara report that the federal government stopped the investigation of the autopsy. And this man knew that these people, some people are the people that voted him into that power of Apoga, that position he was in Apoga. But today, what happened? So, my brother, what our politicians are the problem on Igbo land. The problem in Igbo land are our politicians. That's the people that kept us where we are today. They are the people that are causing us tears in our eyes. There is no atom of humanity on them. That is the cry of our leader today. That is why our leader is there to liberate our people. P2B, those that are following P2B, those obedient, it's not obedient, obedient. Where are they today? Where are they today? They don't reason, they don't think.
Yes, Mazi.
They want to be president.
Yeah.
Mazi, let us take it here.
Thank you very, very much. Now, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, like I said, tonight is another episode of 003 on the intruders in the cabal of I won't call them DOS because these men are no longer IPOB member, but what they have done in Italy, the threats, all the evil they have done in IPOB, we will be unveiling them, because after, everybody know that the so-called Agone Chenkita, no one has heard of him, because since after they went to I think the BTV has been broadcasting all over the world now. I think CNN, everybody's watching the CNN. After the jamboree in Italy, I think they have not broadcast though. It's today I saw some write-up. Who's going to broadcast? The one that lives in Germany, the guy that said that is going to take them to court because they were deceiving him, giving him false hope that Biafra was going to come. Can you imagine? Is the person, someone that cannot speak comprehensive English, is the person they want to anchor the television station of BTV, in quotes. But let's bring the audio of the killer himself, China Sanwo-Olu, the murderer himself. The conversation between China Sanwo-Olu continues with Mazi Umeh, the national coordinator of Italy. This is a threat. Everything they have done after tonight, the next segment is going to be the response of those that were part of this whole plot, because we are going to play their voices as well to show you how, because we're talking about P2B, but the people that are actually more dangerous than P2B is those within IPOB. Because everything they have done, they use them to actually to penetrate IPOB to a certain degree, and they have continued. And the zoo is playing in the gallery because everything you see, any news you see, they want to, project our people. All these things boil down to drift attention on the real core thing we are all fighting. Very, very important.
People, they know me. 8 years ago, yes, I'm not allowing him. I allow my knowledge, but I'm already a disciplined person. Mazi Chinasa, and when I was on chain making Marana, here Marana, Mbemsa for IPO, Anamazi floor, now World Campus, principal officer. I appointed Mazi Piave, I never contested for it. I appointed Mazi Zonal coordinator, I never contested. Even Mbenka Abiara. I don't have everything it takes to be a nation because all these things came from Nabara. Because anybody is the get. Afro come Nabara. He may say, Uzuma Beke, he bring his Asiki, he bring no Quasiki. No, Uzuma Beke, he gave from Mazaba Mosimo, Nia command and control. Can I challenge you? No, you're doing your order. I can see about Winnie Dafa, Umbulu Triranya. Alpha Mesro and Irania. This one day 1 year, this one day 1 year for Ngono and Kiranya. Only back one, I'm not going to see a Gabo, Gabo right you go. Let me tell you something. Am I here with you now? Am I here with him? Am I not with him? Not with him or beginning. Like something IPOB to remain now. I got no more.
Mazi, I think so much digestion.
Mazi, I'm going to digress it because he has to say what he wants to say before we interject. Okay? I understand. I want him to finish. When he finish, I'll speak.
Okay.
Because I got some money. Now, 1 day and 1 year. Suspended 1 day and 1. But people will not do. That is where it is. Not everybody, because I can take nonsense from people. Because now somebody wanted Nnamdi Kanu, or now somebody wanted to in 2024 or 2018.
Now, for those that are listening, this is the continuity of the conversation between Austin Abba and the European rep with the Italian national coordinator. This is the episode 004, and this is the threat. Now, the voice you're hearing is China Sanwo-Olu's voice and Mazi Umeh, which is on the studio, Italian national coordinator. He make a reference. His reference was that what IPOB want to do, which they've done. We know what they did. And we have audios to, because we want to let people know, as much as we are fighting enemy outside, it's about time we table things that have brought us where we are today. Because a lot of people have a lot of people are having doubt. A lot of people are confused based on the body language and their action in action they have projected for over 28 months now. Now, is literally threatening you, directly telling you what IPOB want to do. And that thing they say they want to do, they did it. Because Mazi, I don't have to mention what they say they will do. Because at the end of the day, there's no you that are going to explain it. It's very important people listen. Because I don't have to say it for them. I want them to confirm what China Sanwo-Olu say, oh, what IPOB, they have taken enough nonsense. But remember, China Sanwo have got no business with Europe whatsoever. Even the ESN that is messed up and has murdered so many people back home. He has got nothing. It was specific tax he was meant to be doing. Now he went extreme to dabble into everything after they sold our leader. That is why he's threatening you, because he's threatening you to submission for you now to say, I'm going to back up. Now, he's mentioning Mazi Umeh brother, but you are there to defend your sister that have not added anything into IPOB. None of your family members have done anything for IPOB. You are a member of IPO with mouth, because if you ask China Sanwo, bring your receipt, you've been paying money. Not what is it right now. From 20, let me say the first time I had your name, 2015 till now, you've been paying money. I don't think you can produce that receipt to us, to be fair. But we will continue, because nobody knows who you are unless the pictures we are seeing. So Mazi Umeh, everybody will have their time, but we cannot say what they want to do, because that particular what they want to do will come up on our next segment if we didn't say it here. We are the people that have what they projected. Their plan came to light. Just how they went around the world destroying IPOB within, because their job was to destabilize IPOB. Remember, the South Africa said so many people drift IPOB to Simon Ekpa. They said it with their own. It's not also. How about this is on record? They know what they were doing. It is not something that it is not mimicking. This is what premeditated, project, and they were contracted to make sure that IPOB got into extinction, because our leader will die in prison. That is the agenda, nothing else. And anybody telling you something else, don't listen to that person. Let's listen to him.
And they ask me anything about IPOB. And I friendship, open a friendship, nyabo. Friendship. And I mean, even go and ask Master Banimo. Kanu Tatere say, Afia, recharge card. Aporomia, Sianankari. Because I'm Rasikana Takanata, Sia, one Nga Abara, Pico, Ayachoria, because maybe you might get each of when you did. They got to go to the talent upon her and charge card. They got to what I do. They told them what I do. Everybody, nobody should generalize everybody. No, generalizing all because when you do know, that would have many things named IPOB, they don't know. The talent is not part of anything named IPOB. Many things on them, one day, one day, you don't know, you don't know, because I don't have problem from scratch. Where it's involved. Now we get on few things, so you can go personally. Now, because.
Well, I'm going to interject here. Do you see how demented and useless this guy is? Now, Mazi Umeh, you are just a member. Where are you? You live in Kuwait. IPOB was started from United Kingdom. You don't live here. You called on radio before you met Mazi Umeh, just like every single one. Even me that live in United Kingdom, I called on radio Biafra before I speak to our leader. The fact remains that what Kanu have done in IPOB, he don't know. And Anointed don't need to tell you. Don't forget, Mazi Umeh said, I have 3 plans. Those close knows one. My deputy knows one, and I know the rest of the 3. Now he's telling you that Kanu knows nothing what is happening in IPOB, that's acting upon one year Woko, his brother. Kanu, number one is that he's a member of IPOB. But firstly, Kanu have contributed with every blood that is in his vein for this struggle that I know of. Because when they do Biafra, nobody knows about Kanu. That is why you have to respect our leader. Our leader is a man that is different. He never brought his family to put them. He should have put Kanu in a position. He never did it. Just like you're pushing your sister. You are pushing your sister, but our leader that is the spirit of religious people didn't do it. But you are forcing, threatening people. Tells you the difference between you. If you were in Mazi Umeh, because you will never be in that position, because nobody will listen to you. That's the fact. What Kanu know in IPOB, you don't even know it. That's the truth of the matter. I want to clear that. I want to collect that impression that what is done is doing it based on Onyendu. Now, it isn't. Just like you, they give you specific tasks. What do you know about IPOB? You know what they allow you to know. You know the brain behind what is happening. Because as you can see, Onyedu is nowhere to be found. And what are you guys doing now? Absolutely nothing. Very important.
You know that my internet every month is $30. Internet, likewise, €40 every month. I'm a IPO, spend my money. How am I going to IPO without taking the money? I got an IPO a few days ago. I spent $2,000. $2,000. Because they request all your people, they are as low as you man and Zonal. They request because head of finance, I know head of finance, even an account no here. So you have an ambassador here. I am a commander. Then came back where put in a name. When cruise Uguru has now Andrew Maba and Sia, Unasumuna, this year, no, didn't say that. Couldn't you? When did you start saying that? When you people started saying that? When? That has been. No.
It's very, very pathetic. This guy, his double standard is what is baffling me. He said, Madam Nenyanya has nothing to do with ESN fund. Very, very pathetic. Very, very pathetic. And all this information is, look at what he's saying to you. Imagine what he has told other people. The pressure that have gone around the world convincing people. This thing happened here within the United Kingdom. I remember when people were calling me on phone. I know one or two guys that called me indirectly to see my view. They want to get the opinion from. And I told them, I don't gossip. But as he's talking to you, so is because he told you first, I don't get involved in Europe. Now, in this world, he said, he gets involved everywhere. So everything he's telling you now is what he's doing is grossing subordination because he's talking ill against even a superior principal servant over him, which I have fought for this individual, which I didn't know who he was. The mindset this guy have, this kind of people don't supposed to be part of what we are doing. His mindset, it is not someone that's supposed to be around what we are doing. I'm telling you. Very, very important people understand the kind of people and where we are now. The position we are in IPOB, these are the people that we shouldn't allow to even come close in what we are doing. Very important.
This media something in them. When you do the media, they don't know. And I charge the only 1,500 naira. And they motivate. Finance on the other so forth. Anyone, since you are so for that's 1.5 million naira. Phone. 50,000 and 200 on and they put my men on ground of Malia Hani. Tell me, to put your phone and as sponsor. As sponsor the media. The media I feel. What you do there? What you do there with the 70,000. 30,000. There's a lot of that I use here. I requested 3 times. Because my nobody requested and then they can't Tagama.
You see, Onyedu wote ego ne. You see how he's talking down of our leader. Onyedu wote ego ne. I mean, you see, the day I told people that this guy have pathological, I don't know who this guy is, but that's why the guy is not visible. Because I wish that Nonya, the minutes no one man will keep a forget about all this nonsense coming to be able to shout. This guy is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I have not seen anybody in my entire life that's more close than this animal. Now, no, Austin Abani now is the one that's supposed to be involved. If Madam Nyanya is not part of finance, so Austin is part of finance. Common European web is part of finance. Do you see how these people have messed up? And this is the reason why so many people sit down pondering. And this is why we are saying this, because this shenanigan need to stop. This is what he said. He's talking to someone in a private conversation, talking down. You have talked down Onyendu in this conversation more than 3 or 4 times. As if this is a plot. A plot. Because that he thinks that Mazi Umeh will not come out of prison. And they went ahead and poisoned the heart of every single individual that's relevant in IPOB. Don't they will capture them. People like us, they tried, they found that it's not going to wash. But it's important that this kind of a voice we are playing it. Very important.
They said they don't have data. Because the talent matter, and they don't know where they go. Because we have idea. We don't know where idea. The best of the Singapore had a chance. I said we cannot do one. But also to know the kind of people we are dealing with. The kind of people. But since 26th of December, Ghana prison Uguru, Ghana prison. 3 people are 3 days ago. This was the people who sent in December. When they got together, no man can now poison in a prison. 41 of them, 2 people. The other man they won the other day from Ebony prison. So the people are 2 days ago. Who get very serious. When they got to India, and they go to Ghana, and every day I don't want to know that to carry on.
Now, for avoidance of doubt, we're all human beings. And like I said, it is very, very important. People are picking up. Now, can you see where Madam Nyanya has issue with them? He said that he told Madam Nyanya Madam Nyanya does not give money. The only problem they had with Madam Nyanya couldn't till tomorrow morning. They cannot give a clear account of what they do. They've forgotten that in every sector in this planet, the finance always keep record, because even doing tax returns and all that whatnot. Now, you're telling Madam Nyanya in quote that someone is getting mad and they're hungry. You are the ones supposed to be taking care of them welfare. But exclusively, you guys did not have any details. You will request for money. And that money, the way you spend, no one knows. I'll give you an example. In United Kingdom here, the first time they brought medical corps, all of us were motivated. I know how much I contributed in that day. All the money we had, it was later we had. Even the update they gave us, which one day we will bring all this evidence. And this was lies. Now, he's saying that Madam Nyanya is because they will find something to blackmail somebody. Madam Nyanya only asks question is that because today I still deal with Madam Nyanya, everything Madam Nyanya did is black and white. You want it in black and white so that you can keep the record. Even when he used to come and make announcement, he says some people paid money, but they didn't, detail what the money was meant for. If it is for monthly due, that money will be there until you send a clear email what the money is meant for. So you can have a clear picture of what that money was meant for. Now, you requested for money verbally, and every time you guys collected money, there is no clear evidence what that money is going for. That is where all this problem came from, because they were busy siphoning IPOB fund, building their own private properties back, which now can be proven. Just someone who owns hotel, we're in Ebony State. All of us, when they were saying it, we didn't know. You're talking to Madam Nyanya, and Madam Nyanya, so listen to, he's playing double standard. He said that Madam Nyanya is not involved in ESM. So how comes you're going to Madam Nyanya to not request for funds? It's very important we understand what these people are talking, flip-flapping. I don't understand who they think they're talking to. He just said previously that Madam Nenya is not involved anything financed to ESN. Now he's complaining about people dying in prison. So how come he's involved?
All these things they may not want to know there because game on it. Yes. And I told her I will not come to her again. I will never come to you. My 26th of December, I don't go to her. I don't send her message. I don't talk to her.
You see, this is important. You are not you're not on the ground. And you can understand this Ebonyi State, you see, specifically Ebonyi State. You know, now he's asking you from Ebonyi State. You know, sometimes every rumor, there's an atom of truth in it. A lot of us defended this guy so much because then we didn't see what was happening. And as an IPOB, you are on that boat. You don't just come out and jump up and start blackmailing people. You see how they ganged up against Madam Nenya, the same thing they did in 2015. That's what they just done. All of them have a personal ill with Madam Nenya, but they think it's about him or Madam Nenya. Madam Nenya is playing to the book because she is the one who will be accountable for every misappropriate fund that's happened within IPOB. You just don't call Madam Nenya that said, you can say that people are getting mad in every prison in the zoo because this is what a Ejiofor was using. Some of us don't know. All these people you see, they get out of prison. We've been paying for them. It is not like they just left them. No. All these things it's not talking about the money we have spent all these years, getting our people that have been held, those that have been buried, those that have been taken care of. He's not talking about that. He's talking about the one he's specifically pointing finger on. The reason for it because they have been siphoning money. When Madam Nenya found out that they were doing what they were supposed to do, Madam Nenya resisted. And that's the only crime she's committed. And now they ganged up against Madam Nenya. Even bringing Austin Albani. That Austin Albani will be part of fund. Who says who? Austin Albani is common European rep. I asked him this question in so many times in the meeting. He can't give me any answer. But it's very important that we now see how Madam Nenya, because so far as I live, like I said, I stood for one thing. I took oath to join IPOB. I didn't join IPOB out of sight. I understand the decorums of IPOB, do's and don'ts within IPOB. Before even our code of conduct came in black and white, we were practicing obey before complain. Now, Madam Nenya is above you. If you have a problem, why didn't you complain? Now you stop talking to Madam Nenya that he went back and planning coup against Madam Nenya. Is that the right thing to do? So did you see how they brought nepotism and chaos within IPOB? Because if Madam Nenya wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, you think he's doing something wrong. He sent a message to our leader. Not you to take power, you take laws into your hand. Now you went now and went all over the country. Now what you guys done is to make sure you destroy everything that has to do with IPOB. That's exactly what they have done. But they all have failed. Let's continue listening.
I don't have a time. All I want to wine on our floor because I want to wine from national coordinators down.
Very important. He had his voice. He said, "Do you think I care?" And how can someone like this be held in any position in IPOB? It is in our code of conduct. If we were in a meeting, and I want to tell something, this platform is, very, very specific. It's not Biafra radio. In this platform, we're allowed to say things. Probably when I get angry, I can actually express my personal view, which I can't do in Biafra radio. I just want to clear that air. Number one. Now he's saying he doesn't care. This is a private conversation, but this private conversation is not in any way or shape or form to blackmail this individual. Because someone in this position, or has even me, I don't speak ill against anybody within IPOB. I don't care if you record me or not. I don't record people. There's the few one or two people that have recorded when this whole thing started. But you can hear him when he finished talking to you about Madam Nyanya. Do you think I care? He didn't care. That's why. And what are you doing still in IPOB? You have a purpose. We must understand and dissect the word that comes out of their mouth. It is very critical to us because people have died. This is not a joke.
They describe I want on a floor because I want to fear. All these things, all these things, sorry, boss, or for my Uguru. I could go to the car, I'm not going back. Na asi na ma kwebe go anaga nwa enwere ike nọkata one ten sik na mara atụghị na mama lebo ya ego m na-aga ebe kwesịrị ịga simple. Now I want to win at Afia because people of Barosso did not do na yard after they are camouflage na how autopilot. Many of them are autopilot. And when they go on, that is indeed good for you. So and all these things in them now, so all these things you minimize. Unkobu no name, Unuanu no nishi, Kabaru, Melodan, Meye to look with Rimeka, Unyobna Jiwa, Kaina Natagodun Kainde, because already done sage, already sage can also sage. And when we are a Jebu, Osnamazo, as Kamagoduka, go to somebody with the one naira. One happened, I'm not running Talo, we don't want to shake it. I'm not during the time of I stand, men numbers, one and one yana and yes, sister, that why Madonna National Sonia, because he will also Pakistan. Chinema why Madonna National Sonia, Satan Yabon, but who that is probably a Maria, I didn't test for that. Joya. I'm one year make up on one name, one cover, one make one in one, make it one in one. I can't do that. More, madam. Let me tell you, it's what statement he used now, talent I usually have to somebody. Also, madam, let me wait. Madam, let me wait. No, because yes, because come on, we'll make that statement now one name one. Every year, no, one they met this up, you could be here, Macadia, ma'am. No, you have to be here. What do you like that? Ask him again. What they requested from me. That is what you wanted they requested. And then I get the because my sister no here. I just can't do it. My sister just don't
It is quite insane and appalling to me that this guy spent over 1 hour plus talking about his sister, but the same person is pointing finger on Kanu that have lost his two parents because of this struggle. I have encountered Kanu many times. Like I said, every single time we contribute phone, Kanu always be the first to contribute. Even in UK here, and he's sending with PayPal. It's not like he's contributing his own and say, "Oh, we didn't see when he contribute." Because I know some people that will do contribution. That money, we don't see that money. We have them here in UK back in the days. It's not someone pledging money, but they didn't redeem the money. Kanu will be the first person to pledge money, and it will wire that money. It happened many times. I'm talking about my personal encounter with him. And I'm not saying it because Kanu is only his younger brother. Kanu wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. Me, George, will be the first person to tell him that. I didn't know him from Adam. I met him as a member of IPOB, as our leader's younger brother, and he cannot take that away. Now, this guy spent over an hour and a half questioning you as a national coordinator of Italy on the decision you have taken. Just like we said, he lives in Kuwait. Nothing comes from the Middle East. It's the Middle East where people have done nothing. Israel was divided into two. He came telling us about Israel didn't give our people asylum. That's not what our people. Did they give him asylum in Kuwait where he lives? Very, very, very disheartening that people condescend to this level of nepotism. IPOB is a symbol of decency. It's spelled out in our code of conduct. That's what he has no business calling you in the first place, even with the threat of killing you. But he still go further to find out exactly what his sister. So what about me, for instance, in UK here, they wrote a memo. Did he call me and ask me what my problem? Is any of them called me and asked me what was my crime? What did I do? And you as well, what he said here, the threat here, at the end of the day, they solidify that threat he made in this particular contest. That's why I said I won't mention it until we get to the audio of people that have reacted upon when they made their decision. Very important that people understand why I'm allowing this, and I have to speak over this because I don't want it to elapse as I moderate, and you guys now will come back to give your own perspectives.
I don't know. Because 36 coordinators, which is because Chinasa, I respect you so much, and you have worked hard to this struggle. Because special, you have worked hard. And then before say, because Italo be busy for. The same thing, even as no as no good come to go. Yeah, or when they had it, they will be understood. The opinion that it will be good. Now, you have one now, these things also on Naga because these things need destruct. But all this time, I didn't where they settle all that things down. You know what I mean? Because you have them now. We have IPOB leadership have an issue and actually supposed to put many things at rest. You have their men tomorrow, men. No. There are things they need to remember. You need to give because of Nyawakanchi Makia we see when you have natural national coordinator. Mayor official therefore St. Anthony na Padova before got a man and put a hole and a meeting. Now me going yama, but the man has no kitchen to Mazogor, no Meronka, no Menka, no Inabazaz, Makachipu Kremna now. Masubachine can do him. Ajima Abumajadria. And a meeting. This struggle. I forget why they need that. I don't know. What we have seen that one while of recent. I wouldn't want to be what we have seen in the hands of women. Here I am not on why. Or you cannot be with the distance again. Or you couldn't job. When you want to see a coordinator, that is the last thing that will happen. That's the last thing.
That is the double standard. But it's the same lady now, is the so-called Riazan. She is the Riazan officer. Parallel one in Italy now, where they are paying 670 euro every month. Is she not Chidima? She's the one, isn't it? So it's important that we understand their double standard. Everything he said on this audio was done. She emerged as their reason officer, whatever they gave her. I think you guys will elaborate that when you guys come on. But it's important that people understand, because at the end of the day, I don't actually believe in what he's saying about what our women have done. There's so many of our women that are working as seriously. Madam Nyanya has been there from the inception. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, can remain the arrowhead of this struggle and has the mandate and vision, and they have a direct mandate from God. And now, to cap it on, Madam Anya has been part of this struggle, even only said it open. She has been there. She's a woman. So you can't generalize what women have done. Women are talking about, you people were the people collaborating with them. So I'm not going to use the word what the women have done. They haven't done nothing. Because what the men have done are worse than what our women have done. Just like yourself on this conversation now has proven that even the women are far better off than you guys. Quote me anywhere.
Some of the coordinators men until the man from the US. I put up call today and all the couple on himself. If we have seen them, I take you like that. I swear to God, I don't even know where that comes from. It's okay now. It's okay now.
That's Mazi. This is where your conversation ended, and it's quite important that you guys need to come in to elaborate on how things are now, you know, because at the end of the day, we all have had him. The purpose of this particular audio, like I said from the beginning, and that's why we're doing this program on Biafra Alpha Power Media, not in our national platform, which is Biafra Radio. But we need this kind of a thing, because at the end of the day, so many people that were apprehensive need to understand that Onyendu said all this, but some of us, we are not listening. I want to play something before you guys, we continue. Just a quick, I want to play something before we go forward. For you guys, we contribute on this. Very important to tell you that whatever is happening right now, it is not something that, for me, I'm not thrilled, because we are there 2015, all this whole thing, you know. And something I want to tell people, issue of IPOB leadership. IPOB have one structure. I know there's a lot of intellectuals are questioning the fundamental of IPOB. And don't forget that establishing a mandate of IPOB across board, Mazi Nnamdi had a vision. It is not easy to galvanize our people. So that's how everybody, it was those that were present. Just like when your Yeshua was on earth, the people that he worked with are those that were available. He worked with fishermen and carpentry. He never worked with any PhD holders there. No. He worked with people that are available. But the availability of people that are, because we want grassroots movement. IPOB is a grassroots movement. That's one thing people must understand. And as we go forward, we know that people that are in a high esteem will join. But having said that, I don't see there's no mistake whatsoever on the path we are going, because we are going to encounter every freedom fighting. Go and read every country. Sabotage comes from, even as Israel is fighting today, you see some Jews that are wearing the Galileans Jewish people speaking against it. They call them Zionists. So that must have an opposition within, but it has to be a valid one. Not like the people that are within us that want to make sure that what we are doing does not see the light of the light. So I want to play this voice to buttress what we have heard now. The reason why we're doing the China's reason is not something, it's not an issue to us, but it is important that this, because what happened in Italy, and I know there's some things you guys are still trying to sort out, and we will continue. But listen.
Here before our enemies, we have sworn an oath to restore Biafra, or we die in the process. There will be no retreat and no surrender. if the option they give to us is to seek our restoration by violence,
as lamentation or complaint, I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Yasika and the Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we are doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwunweolu, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Inaguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Oraeri, the same God of Oweeri, the same God of Arochukwu. First, if you look at the true God, one true God, you will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent,
Mazi Umeh, your voice is not coming out.
Sorry, I said just that voice is just to bring us back to us to understand that our leader knew everything that is happening. This time we are in, it's me and you that we still standing. Have to understand that those that were born for this, because all this trouble is going to come and pass. This breeze is going to go away. There's only one thing. You have to keep your eye to the ball. Is who? If Mazi Umeh can still remain in the DSS dungeon, that means there's hope for you. That is why his word remained the only beacon for every genuine and honest IPOB member. Remember the oath we took. This is not, it's not a verbal thing. Blood is attached to it. And so many have died. Every single word our leader said, everything Mazi Umeh can have said have come to pass. The only thing that remaining, he said Biafra will be a miracle. No country will give us Biafra. It's not about our might, not by power, but consistency is what we require. Very important. Mazi Umeh, please. Mazi Umeh, I think I would like Mazi 1 minute because the conversation was you. So I want Ephraim to interject, and after that,
yeah,
Mazi Ekezie, and then he come back to you, please. Mazi Uguru, go on. Mazi Ephraim, please. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Mazi Umeh. Biafrans, you've heard the audio. You've been hearing the audio of this idiot called China Sanworo, and it explains everything. The problem we have been having in IPOB Italy, the problem we have been having in IPOB worldwide, those people that have been causing it, the problem of Onyendo. I think this audio explains a lot. It explains a lot. They will know where the problem has been coming from. Consequently, more audios will be coming. People are going to hear more audios. Now, this guy, when he talks, he always talks about Madam Nenanya, Kanu, who are the pioneer, the founders of this struggle, of this movement. When they started all these things, this guy, this faceless idiot, this I don't know what to classify the idiot. Where was he? When these people we are struggling to bring this struggle to where it is, and he wants to destroy it. It says something about the ESN money that Madam Nene has no right. Just imagine the level of disrespect. This guy, when ESN was formed newly, when we started doing fundraisings, Madam Nene will stay on air when they are doing fundraising up to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Where was this guy? Where we are there? This woman will stay, that she will be there till there was one that we are there till 4 a.m. in the morning. And she was there. She stayed there from the beginning to the end. This was ESN. How to raise funds for ESN. This woman has done a lot. Then this idiot here, that I don't know whether they were trained in their family, coming out to talk about this woman that have done a lot for this struggle. You see, one of these things that this guy has been doing and saying all this while, causing problem and all that. The medical, when Oyendo talked about the medical code, those that we taking care of, that they made Ukachi the head of the medical whatever that Oyendo formed there. All the whole money we paid into that account, because they gave us an account in Austria. We still have the receipt, the money paid for this, which Madame Nene knew nothing about. Oyendo even knew nothing about that money there. Who is going to give account on this? These people are criminals.
Mazi, 1 second. 1 second. So, are you telling me that Italy contributed on medical core as well?
Yes, Mazi. We paid to an account which Ephraim was the one who gave us that account.
Yeah. It's it's very important people understand. You know what? Like I said, I don't want to talk about this, but I want to get this fact from you. What Okachi did here, yeah, because Abani have started this when Onyendu was outside. They started this particular thing when Onyendu was outside. Because if you remember, Onyendu came on air and said, on no account will anybody mandate anybody to contribute any fund without the authorization of the head of finance. If you remember.
Yeah.
So they were going through back door. When Okachi made that thing here in UK, we were the people that contributed in UK here. That money was what that brought problem, which we're going to talk about it. But thank God he confirmed that even you people, so many countries paid into that medical core account. It was a private account. It's a private account. That was what happened. In UK here was a private, but I don't know that they made it all over the world now, collecting money from behind. Go on, please.
No, we in Italy, we made payments there as instructed by Agbain. He told us where to send the money for which Okachi was before Yindu came out, and then he stabilized everything, stopped everything. We also contributed. Our money went there. Can they give account when the time comes? Will they give account on that money? They can't. These people that have done a lot of damages to this struggle, they have done a lot, and they should know that we have the records. All the whole money we sent, everything we did, all the whole money when we sent it, they are all there. When the time comes, I don't even know how. When the time comes, they will still give account of those money. Both the time they stopped Madame Nenanya from ESM money, because there was a time they stopped her from ESM money. They were the one controlling it. That money, they thought most of us don't have relatives in ESN. We have relatives in ESN. When they were in charge of the money, how the money we are distributed, they thought we don't have relatives, we don't know people that they are in ESN. When she was taken away from there, money stopped going to ESN. That's the fact. When they stopped her, money stopped going to ESN. What we are
that was the major issue Madamanya had with them, because things were not clear. There was no accountability. The issue is the accountability. If he's saying that this money is for XYZ, you need to be clear. And evidence of payment and who the payment went to. Very important. You have to have a paper trail. You don't just say that Mr. White is dying in prison, he's hungry, and for that you have to give money. No, it has to be verified. We understood how these things work. And that was because they want a free flow, that the money will not be controlled. Even our leader don't take money without being asked from Madam Nenia, and everything is done without. At the end of the day, if Onyendu was behaving like this, how would Madam Anya give account of our defense fund in 2018 when Onyendu came out? Because that was when people were clifford and say Onyendu defense fund was about $1 million. But when Onyendu called Madam Anya, it was about 100,000. And then America as a whole contributed $2,600. Clifford Iruanya was one championing the Onyendu have stolen $1 million of our what's it called? Our defense fund. This is what happened. Blackmailer, they don't contribute nothing. They have not contributed $1. But Onyendu insisted that America is going to fund this. What his vision is, he said, till tomorrow morning, Onyendu believes that America is the only people that are going to fund this particular freedom. That God put them there for a reason. And we can see it, regardless of what they are doing. Whatever that happened, the bulb still revolved back. Because the man that saw the vision that had direction from heaven knew exactly what he saw. He wasn't mimicking about it. Mazi, carry on and wrap up before Mazi Ekezie took over.
Thank you very much, Mazi. There's nothing much again to say because everything we need to know is in the audio. Even when they opened an account in Australia, when you ask them who is in charge of this account, they said Ofoma. Ofoma has now left media to go into finance. What
this is
pathetic. A lot of things has happened. A lot of things that Biafra they are going to get to it. Biafrans are going to hear guys. They are going to know what these people did, the evil they did in this struggle. So Mazi, let me leave it from here because there are a lot. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mazi Ekezie, please, my senior comrade, take over, please.
Thank you, Mazi Umeh, for giving me this opportunity. You know, the audio we heard from our conversation of our generals and our national, that's bring the whole thing that happened in Italy. And he said it, that something is going to happen. And it really happened. Because you know one thing, you know their problem, the most problem they have is that hence DOS is not controlling any finance, even when Onyendu was not in castration. They have not had sense of anything concerning money. And immediately Onyendu was rendition. They're just like, you see, how can I put it? Like a dog you put in a cage for years. Immediately you open that cage. Before you notice what will happen, that dog will run far because I have not gone out from cage before. They start searching money, every account. Now they will come on the air and tell you, then Nanya close German account, and then Nanya close Italy account, but they are the one. They are the one. They hijack the whole account. They close all those accounts, penetrating. When HOD, a man called himself HOD, say we penetrated into German account, the rest of the one in Italy. Penetrating. You say you're in charge and you are penetrating. What that thing shows you? Some will come and then Nanya is like a woman that is supposed to be frying a Kanu is coming to do freedom fighting with us. She's coming here to do freedom fighting with us. That the Onyendu don't know what he's doing by putting that woman there. Do you see it? And how this guy, Chinaza, is mentioning Onyendu, the family, the hatred out of the abundance of the heart, man, speak it. You see what he's vomiting out about the family.
He has a pathological, I said it over time, he has a pathological hatred for our leader and his entire household. I'm not mimicking. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm telling you.
He came for her sister suspension and left that issue and start talking another issue. Which means he has that thing in heart. And he have vomited all these things. For our national to know the type of hatred that guy has on our leader's family. And all these things, he said, this is a plan deal. I told our members of coordinator in Italy that this lady is an agent. Now, immediately the suspension was given to that lady. Abanyim intervene, Chinasa intervene, HOD intervene through audio that they should call that woman back. What happened? How can you send a message to a coordinator, leaving the national coordinator? Because you people want to bypass our national coordinator. They are looking every avenue to push him out, to make him angry. Because they say, even that lady, this thing that Chinasa is saying is the same thing. One name why our sister is saying in our group, Kananta. That is what I asked Abanyim, please, can we treat the issue of Kananta and Chinasa in Italy forum? Are they in our midst? How can we treat their issue? Every day, this woman will raise the issue of Kananta. Now, they give her 6-hour suspension. He quickly jumped in, hoping that Kananta is the one that's the engineer, national coordinator to give her sister suspension. You see it? Now, like other coordinators, they have given suspension. Who is fighting for them? Who have come out and say, my brother, what happened? And even the suspension they give her sister, HOD that gave up send voice audio that lady should be super. Is supposed to meet our national coordinator. Ask what happened. You're supposed to ask what happened. Hearing from the other version, and you don't want to hear from the other side.
Mazi, I'm not cutting you off. That is their intention is not for anything good for IPOB, because not even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Onyendu doesn't go into issues about when he intervened. Onyendu calls meeting to hear from the both side of the aisle. That's why we have CRC within IPOB, because I can testify what happened in the United Kingdom here. But that's why how they treated all the whole issues, because they have a mindset, they have an agenda. Their agenda was to make sure that anybody that objects what they are saying in line with what IPOB could have conduct have said or what it should be done, because they were not acting upon what we are doing any longer. They have a different purpose, because they were contracted to make sure that IPOB is weakened within. That is the agenda they were pushing. And that's exactly why when there is issue, they don't call the second party. The next thing you hear, China's chicken, they will push him to write memo. That's why I don't see him anywhere. Just to buttress to what you're saying. So that was why he didn't see it fit, because he doesn't see him as anything any longer. Even Onyendu recognized the national coordinator representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in every country, regardless what you do. You don't come to that country without passing through the national coordinator. So if there's an issue, I will use the word, it's just the head of the directorate of state. So your job is to, coordinating the whole administrative of IPOB. There's an issue, intervene, or if you can't do it, then you get CRC involved for them to deal with it. But you don't judge the case and say, okay, bring him back or bring her back. That is not how conflict resolution does not stand on one hearing. You must hear the both side of the aisle before you can now say, okay, I'm making a decision. But when things happen that manner, knew that is the purpose of that wasn't what it meant to solve for. That's why we are in the position we are now. And that is why it's important that we make it explicitly to our people to understand. Onyendu is in prison. The reason why we're still here talking is because our leader is still in custody. Onyendu can cut a deal and walk away, but he has not done it. So that means that there will be a light at the end of that tunnel. And people must realize and understand that. Go on, Mazi.
And look at it. The Abanyim, who is in position to tell Chike Doziem after our national have narrated the whole story to Abanyim, is in position to tell Chike Doziem what happened in Italy. But he fell because they have already have their plan. They have planned everything what to do. You see? So all these things we are hearing today, if you dance in their tune, you are with them, and they will keep you in any position you like. They will put you in that place. But hence, you question them. This is what code of conduct says. This is how it's supposed to be. This is what the structure of IPOB. You are an enemy and you must go out without asking you what happened. Because that time I begin to reason. I called the coordinators of Italy. No, when that voice come from Mazi Umeh, I said, no, we need to send the voice to Mazi Umeh and told him what happened in Italy. Majority of them, now that time I know that they have made a gang up. They say, no, they will not do. They were afraid. I said, let us do it. Bring Chike in our midst. Let him tell us why he sent that voice to call that lady back without hearing from us or without hearing from our national. Some of them, no. All of them just because they have brought them over. I say, no, it's not the way things supposed to go. That man, before sending that voice, is supposed to tell us, we have heard from national. But he didn't have from national. He just sent audio to bring her back. Which means what happened in Italy, they deliberately planned it and executed to that lady. And the issue of account, she's the one that started it. Where is her money going? Who paid the account? This money is supposed to go to Eastern Security Network. Where did you pay it? That lady is the one that, and Ginger, because I have planned all those things. I told them, this lady she's an agent. Anybody that following this lady, you people are in darkness. You don't know what is going on. You are in darkness. And today they are in darkness, but they don't know. They think that they are the one that they're in the right track, but they are in darkness. I told them. You see? So what happened in Italy, they've just planned it. And that is why China he's the one that reviewed a lot of secrets of what they plan to do in Italy. In this audio, he revealed a secret. And they have already showed us that the hatred he has Mazi Nnamdi and the family, because out of the abundance of heart, man speaketh. He have already speak everything out to the world to hear, the type of love. Let me put it that way, the type of love we have on our leader, Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi, let me keep it here.
Yeah, because we need to round up. Mazogo, just take a 5 minutes so we can round up. Just a conversation was between both of you, and everybody have. So just chip in before we close, and we convene next week with the subsequent audios, and try to educate our people as we normally do. So go on, please, Mazogo.
Yeah, Mazindewo, thank you very much for your tenacity and the steadfast. Maz, you know, my fellow comrades have said it all, and the audio have explained everything. You know, this is, in fact, this is a conversation between Kule and Adam. This is exactly what Fulani man, the hatred he put on Igbo while Kule is interviewing him, he's just talking, not knowing that he's going on air. You see, China Sanworu is extraordinaire. He's extraordinaire. Saboteur. Hatred to the core. But if you are saying it now, some people will say, look at what he's saying. But you have heard it from the horse's mouth. And it's very, very shameful to the coordinators in Italy. Because when they are saying all this manner of nonsense, they are saying in our forum, I even trying to, as God have it, I even try to set our forum after 5 minutes, let everything wipe out. The idiot called Jackson Moses that I brought in at a point. Australian man monetized his Facebook, saying that they start raking this and that. I want to do this. That is when he removed me as the admin under my watch. And I know these things. But as God have it today, all those things are there. I'm going to play all of your voices. I didn't utter any word. All the nonsense, around nonsense they said in that forum, all of them are there. And it's on the table of Abraham. You can't deny it. Some of it is on the table of vegetable. Mazi chicken. They have it. They have it. So there's nothing to say here because I told them, and I will continue to say it. Italo is the last bus stop for them. It doesn't matter how you feel, because I want them when they are coming. I told Abayim in the place of coordinator, nobody should come Italy with anger. And only said, you will try. Not that you will not try. Of course, we acknowledge your trial, but at the end of the day, you will crumble, you will put into the pit of hell. And that's exactly what happened today. There's nothing anybody can do about it. I told China Sanguru, I'm not the type of person. I'm not here to make a friendship. I'm not here to look at anybody's face. Because I'm a very regular listener of Radio Biafra, then when Onyendu was on ground, that if you are coming to your arrogant behavior, I will tell you proper and plain that this is not right. This is not right. And I will maintain it until he thought he will perform. I'm not the person you can come and just rake like that, then I will fall on your path. It can never happen. That is it. So now he has done everything. He remember what he said. Something happened, and that thing they have done it.
Yeah, we wait for them to say with their mouth.
Nobody.
Yeah. So we will wait for them to confirm that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then we can comment on it.
Exactly. So let me round up because the listeners, the viewers, the coordinators in Italy, what you are just doing, you just put yourself into shame, because I want all of you. Did you hear my voice when you people are created to attack Mazi Umeh? It's not all about Mazi Umeh. It's all about the struggle. You people just purposely destroy what we build together. And I want all of you. What is happening today? Do any of you know about it? The answer is no. It's not by doing your mouth just like a basket. That is not the issue. The issue is, what have you placed on the ground? How committed are you? How committed are you? That is the main thing. Not to use to mask, use to shine. You're shining to where? Where are you shining to? Look at where you find yourself. All of you, you are going to hear your voice. And then once you hear your voice, I will be narrating all of you one by one, and narrating how effort you have made in this struggle. Some don't even have, they can do it. Mazi Umeh is not a leader. They can do it because on our today we are here.
Thank you very much.
They thought they will come and just take us like that. Can't happen.
No. It is very important that our listeners, tonight is the episode 004 on the exposition of the menace within the US and Italy family. This audio, like I said, it is not for blackmailing anybody, but it's in point of time that we need to, lay things to bear, to explain, especially when it involves in maligning our supreme leader and threatening a sitting national coordinator. A lot has happened, and as we go forward with this, and more things will be coming, not giving attention. This is internal issue, but it's very important, pivotal, based on the question mark that on this individual warrant that we need to make all this thing known to everybody that cares to know. Our leader is still in the SS dungeon. That is the main thing. That is fundamental. That is question. Question is, How many of them are sincerely want Onyendi to come out from DSS dungeon alive? Not of this individual. As you can hear China Sanworu, Abostin, these people, we didn't wake up one morning to go after them. We have had encounter. We have listened to them. Even when people were shouting, we never jumped into conclusion. We kept our calm, following the due process within IPOB. But when the icebreaker was when they start to flout our leaders' order publicly, then we start asking questions. And today, the truths are coming out gradually. What they have done. I could say it again. Nyawodo, suggestion, 2017. To weaken IPOB within, they created Ripop, Tripop, they created leaders. What is seen today is what they have done before. That is why the leaders they have created, they want them to be purporting themselves to be Mazi Nnamdi. You cannot be what you are not. Our leader is still alive, he's not dead. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but he still come out to champion the struggle that he started with his peers. Our people need to wake up from their slumber. Like our eminent special counsel said that the big elephant in the room is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is no other thing. Anybody today that is saying anything, those are fighting against themselves, creating content with Christianity, the mouthpiece that brought all these things to you to understand where your root is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Without it, every single of us was blind before now. And how long shall they kill our prophet, and why we stand by and look? If all of you today are dancing a different dance, how do you think they will ever take you serious, or any other person that are going to come after him? I don't think that we shall ever have anyone like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Not on this generation. Not even another century. It's not going to happen. People like him comes in a century. I want some of you, many of us in IPOB, we didn't join IPOB because I'm looking for someone to follow on Facebook or someone I wasn't looking for anyone to mentor me in any shape or form. Or I'm looking for someone I wasn't looking for that. I will have my senses of what I thought I was before I had that voice. And it struck me. I've given up a lot because of it. But one thing I want you to go tonight and ponder is in your own, forget about all these shenanigans and all these content creators on social media or people trying to make living out of the agony of our people. There was one of our brothers that died in Uguru on Trump rally on 2020. He was on a stretcher. His word was, go and get me Biafra before he give up ghost. I'm asking you, are you still in line with the oath we took? Because that oath is what is going to desolate the whole Biafra land, home and abroad. Am I thinking you live in America? But as long as you are involved, and I borrow the word of Madam Nyanya, sympathizer as well has been initiated spiritually, because blood is very, 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 very severe. When the vengeance of blood comes, no one, it's not prayer. No one. That's why even the people that don't pray to God, they honor those that have paid. You know what patriotism is? That's what Americans don't joke with it. Patriotics, they don't joke with it. When people die in a cause of duty, that's patriotism. People give up ghost. Our people march in the street of Biafra land. They pay with their blood. That is not why we're here, to be arguing. We are not. That's why I'm reminding you people that people you're dealing with are those that focus on the cause. Our fundamental, our primary agenda is that our leader be released. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. The same thing happened 2015. I remember I had issue with someone. They said, Onyendu will not come out alive. I told him, you're lying. Because I know so many people have died, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not die. This cause, he will come out. That is why you see when men speak ill about him, it is not something you do out of sight. It takes a lot of God to do it. Because if our leader wasn't directed by them, but even Donald Trump said, that man up there, we need his help. That's a spirit being. Forget about what you believe on. Something that we cannot see. It doesn't matter who you are. Your conscience is the biggest enemy. If you're sincere with your conscience, you will not hurt any, it won't hurt fly. Make sure you think that before you do something to somebody, rewind the family. Turn the table around. If China Sanwo-Olu could go to Italy and threatening a sitting coordinator because of her sister being suspended, interfering in things that doesn't concern him. It's like where she work in Italy, she will call from the call to the job where she work and question them if she's been, if probably it's been inappropriate and now he's been put into some supervision or whatnot, and she have to question them. So imagine if it was China Sanwo-Olu was in the SS dungeon. What do you think your sister would do? And Kanu has no voice. She wouldn't say anything. It's the family business. They wouldn't say anything because she's not your brother. I want us to go home and think. I say Biafra as a whole, some of us are giving up. But don't forget. That's why some people will ask, you talk about the administrative of IPOB. How many of you are willing to come out? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And so many of you today, where are you? What are you doing? Very, very important. Because at the end of the day, when Biafra is restored, then we have professors and lawyers and doctors across the globe and they want to fall back. There will be an exodus. It doesn't work that way, bro. We need to go back into sober reflection and ask ourselves fundamental questions. And I thank every single one of us that have listened to us tonight. And the episode 005 is coming up on Saturday next week again. We will merge. And this is not about individual. This is not about me. It's not about you. Mazi Nnamdi and Biafrans. You see those people that have died. His two parents were involved. That's why when I look at some people speak ill about the Kanu family, I know I'm going to do a program about the media war, all these people. One day, I will bring all of them together because I told them the day they desecrated our Farikubeg, they sow a seed of decoy. Their generation will never exclude themselves from what they have. It is not, listen, I don't need any preacher to tell me because I knew the only thing I have done in my lifetime is join IPOB. And I made a decision when I joined IPOB. If I die tonight, the only thing I will live for is because I was a member of IPOB. And my hearts are pure. That's the only thing I have, nothing else. I don't have friends. Even my family members, since in my lifetime, I'm making bold of this. Some of us don't even know what IPOB stands for. Today, we are looking for who to follow. It's not what it's all about. We made a vow. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, have not disappointed me. He said, I won't be the one to disappoint you. You people are the one that are going to disappoint me. That is why some people will be, when a man, remember when our leader's wife came to Radio Biafra and said that he made a references about when a man left you and go, how you behave. There's a way she colored those words. The first time she came and speak, I told them, when he come talk about ectoparasite and they were jumping up, this word was meant for all of them. She might be diplomatic. But when people speak, pick up the word that is very vital in those words. Very, very important. The way you behave. Our leader is in prison. And you people deem him as absentia. Someone, your leader that is in prison, you give him a title of absentia. Do you know what absentia means? I'm making all this reference to now because it's very, very pivotal. Some people don't think we come here and sit down and talk about China Sanwo-Olu voice. It's not about China Sanwo-Olu. It's not about me. But we are going to the roots because here in UK, we have all the evil, all the ills they've done in UK here. That's the reason why he just kept quiet. We have talked about it a bit because you can't speak about not taking down without mentioning my George. You may ask any of them, they will know. That's why when he talked about Okachi, I interjected. Because I knew everything that have happened here. Okachi, I was the person that fought for Okachi in UK here when his own issue started. And I would have handled it. So what I will ask for you is that IPOB, Onyendu say, is the era of 100 men. I keep on telling you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a mandate. And even God gave him numbers. So the era we are now is 100 men. Forget about people jumping up like antelopes. It doesn't make any difference. People are free to, you are free to do whatever you want to do with yourself on your phone. But remember the vow we made. there's something fundamental wrong with our race. Until we address it, we are not going anywhere. I thank every single one of you listening to me. May Chukwunweolu continue to bless and guide us, give us sense of belonging and directions. Most of all, may Okike guide and protect our leader and give him that fortitude to persevere. Because at the end of this journey, what we're asking for is a just cause. All we want is to give us freedom, and we can be able to govern ourselves as human beings. That's all we're asking for. I remember when Obichukwukamadu went to visit his parents. The mother and father told him that their son is a grown-up man, he can make his own decision. That's why I'm telling people, if it was about money, it was about earthly things, why would they allow the two parents to die? Have you gone out of your senses? Have you sat down and asked yourself questions? What have you contributed in IPOB? There's no amount of money that will, it doesn't matter. No money in this world can bring life. It doesn't even matter one life. If money could buy life, the former owner of Apple couldn't die, could have bought the whole life. The former CEO of Apple, the guy was coming every day wearing one t-shirt and one jean, addressing the world. He knew he was going to die. He had a cancer. Our people we have mocked ourselves so much. We have made ourselves so miserable in the face of everything on this earth. This is not about me. It's not about you. IPOB was not formed so. This is not a social club. It was divine. And man saw a seed of blood within IPOB. I want to remind you this. Today, someone in the comment section telling about administration. IPOB was set up rightly. That is why Onyendu won. We don't want our men near our money. Just like that's what we're saying about women. But Onyendu knew that our men should stay clear. Every zone have female as the financial secretary. That was the reason for it. Before this man, like you said, Mazi, let me say something. These people, they were waiting for our leader, but they were waiting for themselves because we have to pass this. You see this thing, you see this stage we are now. We must go through it. If we didn't go through this, how do we think we're going to emerge? How do we think we emerge? We have to see this day come and pass. Our entire Ojukwu never had time in 67 to 70. That's one thing I respect about Mazi Nnamdi. He never speak ill about our entire, because if you put yourself in the position of Ojukwu, then just like our leader today, what do Mazi Nnamdi need to gain? He lives in the UK. He's a consultant. What does he need? Why must he have to put himself in this position? Why do he have to be in this position? Even to allow two parents to die. Ojukwu was a young colonel that went back home, saw what's happening to his people. He fought with his father's money. It doesn't matter whatever he done. For that single act, supersede any other thing he has done. That's why he remained our internal leader. With adoration on top of it. That he could have turned his back, walk away, and then annihilate our people. We couldn't have a platform to do what we're doing here today. Same thing to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi. What does Mazi Nnamdi want? He couldn't achieve by himself. If you want to be an orator, if you want to be a senator, he could have made fortune. That's what he wanted to do. What do you think we are doing here? Think we are here for money? That's why I can't see myself on social media and make money out of social media. No. My Facebook was disabled the same time Biafra disabled in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not interested. I can remain hungry because it's against my will. But what I'm saying tonight is that I want every single of us to go back into sober reflection and ponder. This is not about me, it's not about you. So many men have sowed a seed of blood. Patriotism, countries, no. It was Mazi Nnamdi they are remembered. Nige give a prophecy about our leader, said that Onyendu, when you look at him, people that are behind him, how do you think that happened? Because after Biafra war was the only war, there's no senator built for our people that were for. All our kith and kin that went on exile never came back home because they want to conceal the history of body. My uncle, we didn't know if he was alive. I remember as a baby, my mother's brother, elder brother, I remember saying, oh, he didn't come back from war. I don't know what I was. But I knew I was in that particular burial. He wasn't there. No family would tell me that he didn't meet any person during the war in Biafra land. And the people are toying with this. This is the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. And you people think it's a joke. It's about money. Woe betide all of you. Thank you, my fellow comrade, and God bless all of us. And may God give us sense of understanding and understand that what we are looking for is more precious than what we have. I'm not fighting for myself here now, not even my children. We are fighting for unborn children, for our own. In America, you're claiming that human rights. Who gives their monkeys about? In UK, when you said it, I don't seek empathy. I don't seek empathy from any of us. Do what you have been saying to do. That's how the world goes. I don't question them. You can talk about slavery and all that, whatnot, but at the end of the day, all these things has been done. People build a system. What are we doing? We need to build and stand up like a race and fight. Onyenu said that Biafra is a beacon of hope, is a light of every black place across the globe. It will be a mass exodus. Because at the end of the day, we will be civilization again. It started from us. Go back home and think. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still there in DSS dungeon. He can cut a deal tonight. But he will never do that. Because I know the man I'm following. I listen to him. The first day I had his voice, responsibility, tomorrow morning, I never change. And there's no need for that. Nobody preached Biafra to me. I had a voice, that was it. It's from heaven. Go back and ponder to this. Very important. Mazi, I thank all of you. I'm GateKeepers. Like I said, there will no much again.
Thank you, dear friends.
There were Mazi. We don't really.
Peace be upon everybody. I don't know much.